Good morning, everyone from the Pacific coast of America. What is going on? Forza Milan, as always. There's only one team that exists in this world, and it's called AC Milan. The red and black. Forza Milan Skillard, Forza Milan Joel. How you guys doing? It is a new week. The weekend is over. The Juventus Milan clash has gone. Milan Juventus has passed for this season. Um, it passed early. Usually, we play this battle between Milan and Juve is usually much longer, but this time, this season, 2022, it is January, still halfway to go, and Juve and Milan will not be facing each other anymore for the Scudetto. Forza Milan, Sebastian. Forza Milan. So it is what it is. I want to say something that when that final whistle was blown, my first thought went to the Spezia game. I went to the Spezia game, and I'm just looking at the cosmic justice or injustice that is happening right now. As we were, let's say, unlucky due to a referee mistake that has literally dented our progress. On the other side, Inter was lucky because the referees made mistakes in Inter's favors against Venezia, while against Spezia, the referee made mistakes against us. So right now, we have to be stronger than the wind that is blowing against us. We have to be stronger than the obstacles that are being thrown at our feet, and we have to continue to strive forward for maximum objectives. Which brings us today. Actually, I do want to say something that I find quite interesting. I was watching Pioli's post-match interviews after the game, and the first thing he said was exactly this. He said that the thing that he regrets the most is the points at Spezia, and he said that during the week, the whole team was thinking about the Spezia game, and there was an air of let's say negativity or of disappointment. I mean, this mistake, guys, it is not just to be granted. It's not like the referee said he was sorry. Okay, Aya said they were sorry. Kodakons came out and said that they needed to redo this match. Like, when I am saying that AC Milan's journey towards the Scudetto has been dented by a terrible mistake from a referee, it is true. It is 100% true. It's not even. It's not. It's got nothing to do with ifs, if, but, that, and whatnot. We can say all day here. We can be here all day and say that Milan should have scored before. Milan should have scored this. Milan should have closed the game. Yeah, Milan did close the game, guys. Milan did close the game. And once again, it is not a coincidence. It's not a casual thing that the referee was crying after the game, because he knew what he did. He knew that this today, the serie has been dented, has been derailed by a refereeing mistake. That is the truth. That is the truth. So it is interesting that Pioli, after the Juventus game, the first things he said was that he said, I regret this, I regret what happened with Spezia, and really that's where a lot of my disappointment lies in. It's against Spezia, because if they would have gotten those 3 points against Spezia and then that tie against Juve, Milan would be 1 point behind Inter. Okay. 1 point right now. Milan is what, 5 points behind Inter, 5 or something like that. 5, or I'm not sure, but it's 2 or 5. I mean, sorry, 4 or 5. Inter has been given a gift. So now I guess it's up to us to take it back and rebalance things up. Against Inter, it's a must-win game. It's a must-win. We gotta go in there to win. We gotta go in there to, and there's really no other results but the win against Inter. So things stand the way they stand, and we have to, once again, we have to be stronger than the wind that blows against us. All right, so let's see what some of you guys are saying here. Ricardo Simengold says we need another another AC Milan. Romagnoli was right. The same foul happened with Hakan and Kessie. We're going to look into that. Not only Spezia, the Napoli game too with the equalizer. But another one, guys. I mean, and look at the Champions League. And the Champions League. The penalty, the Kalulu's penalty, the freaking both goals against Porto, which happened right after a blatant foul was committed. Our Champions League was also dented by dubious refereeing. We AC Milan spends all this energy, all this time in being the best they can be. Fuck, the referees need to do the same thing. These referees need to get serious, guys, because once again, we find ourselves not battling against the foes, but battling against the ones that are supposed to keep things fair, right? We're battling against the ones that are supposed to make sure when a team wins fairly. We're battling on two fronts. We're battling on two fronts. We're battling against the teams that want to take points away from us, and we're battling against the incompetence of these referees that have dented Milan's season. And there's really no, I'm not going to blame the referees for everything, etc. Of course, Milan against Porto could have scored 2 goals, and then that mistake of the referee wouldn't have mattered, right? I understand that. But football, guys, is literally a matter of details. Tiny, 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 tiny little details. And these details can be what make you win a World Cup or lose a World Cup. And when the referee gets involved in there, you have no choice but to feel almost, in a way, defeated. But it is important, once again, that AC Milan, all of us, everybody, needs to be stronger than the obstacles thrown at us. We are uphill battle. The wind is blowing against us. We need to be stronger than all of that. And we need to come the other side victorious. Now, what does victorious mean? I have said it, guys. And this is something that I also want to kind of bring up. I will celebrate like crazy if we make the top 4. Okay. The Scudetto thing was like, maybe we can win the Scudetto, but it wasn't, I'm sure we're going to win the Scudetto. That was definitely not the way I saw this season. It's not the way I saw last season. Next season is a different story. But this season, we have a chance to win the Scudetto. But we don't have the obligation to win the Scudetto, right? Inter, having won the Scudetto last year, being in a different spot, has an obligation to win the Scudetto. Juventus, being a club that has $300 million euros in wages with all international players, has the obligation to try and win the Scudetto. Okay, so they're really failing. But Milan, in our journey, in this progression towards the top, we're not yet the team that has an obligation to win the Scudetto. We're a team that now can realistically win the Scudetto, but you need that extra little inch. You need that extra little thing that is going to bring you over the top. And right now, there are Inter obviously has that already, and we need to acquire that. Next year, when the next year starts, if the club keeps on trending upwards in the businesses they do, in how they buy players, in how they if by keep winning, by making the Champions League again, by making more revenue, I'm expecting the team next this summer to build a team that next season will have the obligation to win the Scudetto. Okay? So that's the difference. That's the difference. Next year, guys, I'm expecting us to fight for the Scudetto because we can really win it. We next year there's the obligation, and then from then onwards, every single year it's going to be the obligation to win the Scudetto, and that obligation for us to try and win the Scudetto is going to help us finish in the top four. As long as we finish in the top four every single year from now for the next 10 years, that is what Maldini's project, that's what he wants. Milan will continue to evolve. Milan will continue to grow. Milan will continue to be more and more and more and more competitive. Which brings me to this Italy. I'm seeing all these comments on these YouTubers, Italian YouTubers like Pellegatti, Longoni, Suma. So all these people that have big AC Milan followings, big AC Milan Italian followings. I'm reading all the comments. Everybody in Italy is freaking desperate. Everybody in Italy are saying the team is crap. The whole project is a failure. This player is no good. The only player decent is this guy. We have to be careful. We have to be careful because the majority of people, the 99% of people, don't fucking understand what we're talking about. They don't get it. Now, all this negative energy, all this pessimism, all this desperation, all this panic, all this hurt that we're not good enough, all this is going to this energy is going to be moved to Maldini, to all these people. Pressure from the public opinion, right? What is the saying? The thing that matters the most in politics, there's a saying. They say the thing that matters the most is the court of public opinion, right? That's what they say in politics, and it's kind of the same, in this case. Milan is a club that is that in Italy has a huge Italian following, and what the fans say, the management usually reacts. There's a reaction to that action. So what I am really hoping, guys, right now, is that all these fans that are so desperate, all these Italian fans that are so desperate, and they think the team is completely crap. They think that nobody in that team is valuable. They think that this team is gone. I really hope that Maldini can just be like, you know what, just shut up. Just shut the fuck up, all right? Let me do my job. You guys chill out. Go fucking do your things. Yeah, if you want to vent on internet. But I hope he does that. I hope he just doesn't become weak and gets influenced by all these people, all this wave of desperation. Oh my God, we lost against Spezia. We tied against Juve. Oh my God, this team sucks. Ibra needs to go. Brahim Diaz sucks. Tomori needs to go. Mike Magnan needs to go. Maldini needs to go. Elliott out. Pioli out. This is what I'm seeing. We can go right now to go to yesterday's videos of Pellegatti, of Longoni, and all these people, and then go to the comments and just click translate. Just click translate, and you'll see how much desperation there is. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because people just are not understanding how this club is moving. And I hope it does not affect the work of the management. Amir, really, Pellegatti and someone no, they're not. They are not talking shit about. Well, Pellegatti, with his whole thing about Ibrahimovic being a number 10, That was really dumb. Like when Pioli was asked about it, Pioli said no. I really want to know what Pellegatti was thinking when he said that. They're not talking shit about me. I'm saying the fans. The fans are. The fans are just desperate, panicking. They're all panicking. You know. Okay, listen. Let's read. Let's figure out what's going on in the world of football, guys. So today, I got this nice little message saying that Sanchez has already agreed with Milan, and Sanchez is most likely the player that is going to come this summer. So I've said this and I've said it again. If you're losing someone as impactful as Kessie, you got to bring in someone that is just the same. And Sanchez is the perfect profile. Sanchez is the perfect profile for AC Milan. The way he interprets football, he likes to play football. Sanchez is a football player. He's a fighter, Portuguese international, extraordinary, super talented player. George Mendes client, same with Leao. AC Milan have a good relationship with George Mendes. There's a lot of mutual respect between George Mendes and the club, and just the Milan universe, I guess. Definitely very different from the whole Raiola thing. Um, so I believe that Kessie, if Kessie leaves, Sanchez is in the bag. I believe that. I choose to believe that. But guys, let's go to this crazy article here and get some opinions about this, because this is insane. Um, let me see if I can find it. It was from yesterday, and we did kind of touch on it in the post match, but I want to talk about it again today because it was quite something regarding Kessie and his decision of not leaving AC Milan during the winter transfer market. So Kessie, the messaging coming out right now is that Kessie wants to stay at Milan and respect the contract up until the end. Up until the end. And there it is. Let's start with this. First article of the day, guys, which brings us to Sanchez ultimately. Milan and Spurs reach agreement over Kessie deal, but his stance has disrupted everything. AC Milan and Tottenham found an agreement over the transfer of Frank Kessie, but the player has rejected the move. Now, this has come out on Italian news as well, on Gazzetta dello Sport. Actually, I saw it today. According to calciomercato.com, Spurs boss Antonio Conte has identified Kessie as the perfect profile. Now, we know that Antonio Conte, we know him because he's a Serie A guy, and we know that in Serie A, Kessie is very, very much so respected by the professional community, and he's a very valuable asset. So Antonio Conte wanting Kessie is no surprise. The question is, does Kessie want to go to Tottenham? Does Kessie want to go to Tottenham? Because this is the other idea people are having. No, he doesn't want to respect his contract. He just doesn't want to go to Tottenham. And that could be a good argument. To arrive in January and bolster a team that has top four aspirations, and he was so insistent that it prompted Fabio Paratici to step on the accelerator. So if you're moving to Tottenham, I don't think you're making top four. I don't think it's guaranteed. I don't think you're fighting for the Scudetto anytime soon. So if you're going to Tottenham, footballing wise, it's a downgrade. It's a downgrade. Obviously, contractually, it's an upgrade. Financially, it's an upgrade for the agent and the player. But footballing wise, you're going from a club that right already now can potentially win the Scudetto right now. Is in absolute growth, and next season we'll be fighting for the Scudetto again. and also Champions League football. So Kessie has way more guarantees footballing with Milan than Tottenham. Frank Kessie going to Tottenham is just Frank Kessie thinking about his wallet, not caring about the footballing aspect, which could say a lot about the player. So the question is he saying no to Tottenham because he actually has bigger aspirations? PSG, Bayern, Man City, Real Madrid. That argument can make sense, guys. It can make sense. Like, you can tell me, no, guy, he doesn't give a shit about AC Milan. He just wants to go to Real Madrid instead. He wants to go to PSG. Blah blah blah. That is a safe argument to make, and it is very possible. The former Juventus director immediately began talks with Milan, and after a few days of negotiations, the two clubs reached an agreement for the immediate transfer of the Ivorian. However, it was Kessie himself who put a spanner in the works. That is because the 25-year-old intends to honor his contract with Rossoneri and stay until the end of the season, with the Scudetto challenge deemed too important an incentive for the midfielder, who is currently at the African Cup of Nations. This is also a factor because he's unable to concentrate mentally on market issues while he is representing his country. Talks can be resumed in June, but Kessie has made it known that until that date he intends to give his best for Milan. All right, the fact that he is focusing on the AFCON also kind of makes sense. I mean, these players are so invested when it comes to those kind of tournaments. So it is also professionally, I think, correct not to bother him so much with contracts. But I'm sure Tangana, his agent, is keeping quite busy. But and guys, I want to go to the chat. I want to see what you guys think about this. I'm going to just give my final thoughts about the whole Kessie thing, and I'm very curious to see what you guys think. So, again, I think if this was Real Madrid, I think if this was PSG, I think Kessie, I don't know. I can only speculate that Kessie would be saying, okay, let's do it. Let's get this done. Milan gets their 20 million, and we finish the season without Kessie. But because it is Tottenham, and Tottenham does not guarantee him the football, and nowhere near actually can guarantee him the as far in football terms what Milan can guarantee him. I think that's a major factor. But let's also look at the Walt Disney side of this. Sometimes we got to also be Walt Disney. Now, could Kessie be the kind of person that thinks, listen, I get it. I'm going towards the end of my contract. I'm going to see what's available. I have my ideas, but right now, I'm invested in this project in Milan. I'm invested in the season. I want to take it all the way till the end, and I want to help Milan achieve its objective, which could be the Scudetto. And if Milan wins the Scudetto, I want to be part of it. And who knows if that does happen? If Milan finishes in the top four again, Scudetto, I wonder what Kessie's decisions he's going to make. One thing that we have found out about the past is that Maldini does not wait. Maldini does not wait. So at this point, if you do look at the patterns from the past, as I said today, Carlo Laudiza on Pellegatti, a little message that I got is saying that Maldini and co already have an agreement with Sanchez. It's pretty much a done deal. Carlo Laudiza being the market guy of the Gazzetta dello Sport, Carlo Laudiza being one guy that he's very involved in the world of agents, and this is what he's been doing all his life. Maybe the most respectable one in Italy, but Carlo Laudiza has had his moments of pure, utter shitness. So let's not get this stuff twisted. None of these journalists are 100% reliable. So, what do you guys think? How do you see this, guys? How do you see this? Let me see. Let's get into this. I'm sure Kessie can get more money if he waits until the summer. Tottenham, I think, is going to be a top club if Conte stays, but they have a tough uphill battle to reach top four this season. Yeah, so you're more on the side that he just wants a better team. I'm with you 100%. I don't understand Milan fans. They act like it's early thousands. Berlusconi is the best league in the world. I enjoy embrace the challenge we have. Yes, sir. Well said, Hans. Well said. Sanchez and Leao link up play. Yes, that'll be nice. That'll be very nice. Les isn't respecting anything. Les. Kessie wants to make as much money as he can on free market. Yeah, it could very well be. AC Milan stars Frank Kessie rejects Tottenham move despite two clubs reaching an agreement because he wants to honor his contract. Yeah, I just read that. Heard Real Madrid. I know there's the Real Madrid thing that they want Kessie. Barcelona, all the big clubs want Kessie. How is him leaving for free honoring anything? He's just making the club lose money. That's a good point. That's a good point because there is this thing here that Kessie leaving on a free. It's not like Kessie has this huge contract that is a burden on AC Milan's bank account. It really isn't a huge contract. It's actually quite a small. Kessie has quite a small contract actually with AC Milan. But you can this argument of, hey, if he leaves for free, another one of these players are left for free, no money. Kessie is a player that last season we could have sold for 70 million, right? Small contract and 70 million, easy. Same thing with Romagnoli. We could have made money from him. We could have made money from Donnarumma, etc., Çalhanoğlu, etc. But now, the situation is a little bit different, I would say, in my opinion. Romagnoli, we needed Romagnoli. We needed Romagnoli to do his last year because we need Romagnoli this year. We definitely need him. And I argue that we need Kessie. I argue that we still need Kessie. And we're not going to replace Kessie right away. We can't replace him during the January transfer market. Very difficult to do. Very difficult operation to do. And again, Kessie is the kind of player that you can only replace with a player that is just as good or better. You cannot replace Kessie with an upcoming star. You can't. You just can't. You have to replace him with a guy that is on his same level of experience or more, and just same level of impact or more. Sanchez is that guy. If you can't get Sanchez in January, I would keep Kessie till the end. If I'm the coach, I want Kessie to stay till the end. Kessie is still, as nothing is going to happen to Kessie. There's nothing stopping him from playing his heart out. There's nothing stopping him. He can play his heart out until the end. And then he makes his decision. He says, okay, I'll go to Real Madrid. If Milan bring me Sanchez, I don't care that Kessie is going to Real Madrid. I don't care. If Milan end up signing Kessie again, because Kessie says, look, when it comes to football, it just makes sense for me to keep on doing what I'm doing here. I'm happy, guys. Kessie is a great football player. And the fact that he has all these great contracts being thrown at him is a great win for his career. On a personal level, the guy should be proud of himself because his work on the field is allowing these teams with more money than they know what to do with to throw at him crazy contracts. I challenge any one of you guys to say no to a huge stack of money and those kind of guarantees. It's not so easy to do. And I don't know. For some reason, I can't be mad at him. I don't know. Put him in the stands. That's it. Honor his contract and give Milan zero from his sale. Make Milan spend more next summer. I think that his footballing attributes are more important than the money. What if he can help us win the Scudetto or reach top four this season, that is more important than making money off of him. I will not play him one game until the summer. What a POS. Even though I want Allianz to spend more money, but I have full confidence in their project. Look at Inter. They have a huge loan, about 400 million, that they need to pay very soon. Actually, Inter just got a big injection of money right now to pay those loans. But the Inter comparison is not good. It's not a good comparison because Inter started their journey much before. Okay, they started this project much sooner than Milan did, building with these players and keeping the same, somewhat of the similar core. I mean, how long has Handanovic been there? How long have those defenders been in there? You have Perisic. How long has Perisic been there? Brozovic. How long have these players been there? It's been a fucking long time. So they're completely different stages of the growth. Casillas cost us points and money. How can we believe that? You're way too kind towards ex-Milan player. This is going to be his last big contract. He just wants to make the most of it, despite the fact that he is sticking a knife in Milan's gut. He knows that, but still wants money. That's it. As you said, Roy, that is Walt Disney. After a month of him wanting more money and not accepting Milan's offer, out of the sudden he wants to honor Milan. That's pure BS. Look, I completely understand that argument, and I don't believe it either. I don't believe that. I honestly believe that if it was Real Madrid, it would be a completely different story. So there is that argument, but at the same time, guys, we have Kessie on the pitch. We have Kessie on the pitch. I understand that Kessie until the end of the season helps us, but we could have got him for something. We have so many reinforcements coming in after Sanchez deal. Yeah, so I mean, I totally understand that most of you aren't happy with Kessie and this thing. Totally get it, guys. I totally get it. And I am not. I don't blame any of you. Let's be honest. If we can match the same contract offer as other clubs, Kessie will still want to leave just because of his agent. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I do have a lot of negative emotions when it comes to the agent. The agent is just fucking... He's coming off as a snake. This agent is coming off, has the Raiola vibes. He has those Raiola vibes. Spurs offer 50 million for Kessie to beat competition and land him immediately. I mean, okay, listen. Having read this, I don't know if but it is actually possible that in the last day of the mercato, Spurs is going to increase the contract and maybe even give him more money to Milan. Maybe, guys. Who knows? Roy Kessie had his best season. No, I do not. This year, Roy Kessie had his best season last year, and we barely ended second place. So we can 100% end up in channel without him, and 20 million would help us much more than having him until the summer. Okay, the fact that Kessie had his best season last year, let's wait until the end of this season. If he stays, and let's see what kind of impact he can have. Because last season, it wasn't great the whole season. He had moments where he was good. He had moments where he was better. And he had moments where it was great. This season, for him, started differently. He started slow, but he started picking up. If he stays and he has a great season, then it's a completely different story. Simple. If your heart is not totally with Milan, just go. It's just disrespect to the badge. I do think we can at least reach top four with Bennacer and Tonali as starters. Didn't he cost us 2 CL matches and messed up the derby? He hasn't been his old self. Well, okay, guys. So, look, I'm going to be the lone wolf on this one. If Kessie stays at Milan, I'll be very happy. I'll be very, very, very happy. What agent isn't trying to be Raiola and a complete snake? They all are. Real Madrid have Cruz, Modric, Casemiro, Valverde, Camavinga, no way Kessie would fit in that team with so many midfielders. That is also something to think about. Whether or not he can find space in these big teams. Because even PSG has a lot of midfielders, a lot of good midfielders. I mean, you have Argentina's best midfielder, you have arguably Italy's best midfielder in there, and you have, these other midfielders, maybe more space in PSG. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Perisic wanted to go. Perisic wanted to go to Manchester United, but Inter forced him to stay, and he's still an Inter player now. Milan have not been able to do the same with our players. Players need to take a charge of their situation. Enough of this talk to my agent crap, and I listen to my agent. I still think he's either going to Spurs or Liverpool or United. Liverpool, I see him going to Liverpool. I don't see why he would downgrade his football. I mean, if he's moving right now, if you want to move away from Milan and you want to go maybe to a club that is a step higher, Spurs is not it. Spurs is not it. United, I mean, United, he wouldn't have any competition at all in United. PSG, yeah, because he'd be fighting for the Liga and for the Champions League. Man City, yes, because he'd be fighting for the Premier League and the Champions League. Real Madrid, yes, because he'd be fighting for the whatever you call it, the freaking Liga and the Champions League. Bayern, yes, he'd be fighting for Juventus for the Champions League and the Premier League and the Bundesliga. Liverpool, Champions League, not really the Premier League. Not really the Premier League. Barcelona, you don't know. You don't know how long it will take for Barcelona to get back on its feet. Bayern is Inter. He could join Inter. Footballing wise, he needs to stay at Milan. Anyway, guys. Let's move on to the next article here. This one here is interesting. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, there are no comforting signs coming from Casa Milan regarding the negotiations for the renewals of Kessie and Romagnoli, another one that we need to talk about, whose contracts with Milan will expire on June 30th, meaning that they will both be able to sign for another club on a free transfer in the summer. The stance from Maldini and Massara is still clearly very firm, given that they allowed Donnarumma and Hakan to walk after submitting offers to both they felt were fair. In the case of the Ivorian and the Italian, though, in both negotiations, the parties are still quite distant, and therefore reaching an agreement will not be easy at all, with time quickly running out. Look, Botman and Sanchez, this is what they're doing. This is what they're working on. They're working on Botman and Sanchez to replace Kessie and Romagnoli. We saw it in the past. Yesterday, we needed a clinical player who was as direct as Leao. We need players with Theo's attitude, who loves the badge and doesn't care about anything else. And we have to see another thing here. We got to check out another thing is how the players that were signed by Maldini, the players that were signed by this administration, how are they going to react when it comes to the renewals, right? So right now we're seeing positive vibes from Theo. We're seeing positive vibes from Leao. We're seeing positive vibes from Benacer, even though I think Benacer was before. But we are getting positive vibes here and there, guys. We are getting positive vibes. Romagnoli, guys. Romagnoli, I saw something maybe Romagnoli could end up with a Juve. That is possible. Juve right now, their wages, their wages are crazy. Juve needs to dismantle everything and rebuild from the beginning. Theo will sign, I'm confident. Yeah, I think there are some articles about that. So let's get into those. All right, let's see what else we got here, guys. Let's see what else we got. Oh, man, there's a lot. There's the ones we missed from yesterday. A lot of shit today. AC Milan head coach Poli reveals that Fikayo Tomori is unlikely to make the derby against Inter after the break, while he was also asked about a potential new signing. Okay, so let's get straight to his words. A lot of them. So let's get straight to that. Let's see what he says. This is post-match interview. Let's say it wasn't the luckiest week of our season. Okay, yeah. This is good. This is kind of how I felt, actually. Let's say it wasn't the luckiest week of our season. We didn't have an advantage in playing without fans in these two matches, but our result was conditioned by not having obtained the 3 points from the previous match. And we all know what happened in the previous match. We missed the goal. We created a lot, but we missed the last pass. By the way, guys, Juventus, I think we got to check. We got to check the stats. But let's check the stats together of Juve and Milan, because I haven't seen the stats yet. Let's say Red Bat, we missed the goal. We created a lot, but we missed the last pass, the control, the shot, also due to the pitch that does not allow you to play well, he said. Yes, the pitch yesterday was an absolute disgrace, guys. Absolute disgrace, which was shocking. Shocking that one of the biggest games in Italy, the reason why I wrote in the title, not a good look for the Serie A. It is shocking that the biggest game in Italy, arguably Milan Juventus, is played on a pitch that looks like that, and that does not guarantee high-level, fast-paced, quality football. Seriously, Serie A. What? This is why Serie A is failing. This is why Serie A is failing. Do you think that would have happened in England, guys? In Spain or in Germany? No freaking way. If this was La Liga, if this was EPL, if it was Bundesliga, that pitch would have been perfect. The football would have been exquisite. This is Serie A. This is Serie A for you guys. This is Serie A for you. The biggest match, the spotlight was on the Serie A this weekend. And we had to see a fucking disaster like AC Milan Juventus playing on a field of potatoes, guys. Mamma mia, ragazzi. All right. In the last two games, we have shot on goal more than 40 times. Mamma mia, guys. That is crazy. 40 times, and you scored only once. Then the match happens where you're not so lucid. My forwards will be back to scoring soon. On Ibrahimovic, Ibra had a tendon problem due to the hard pitch. Mozart Sport in Serbia, among other sources, are reporting that Milan's first January signing will be 18-year-old striker Marko Lazetic from Red Star for 4 million plus 1 million in bonuses and 10% of the proceeds from a future resale, a bid which has been accepted by the Serbian side. Okay, so I guess these are the first words of Pioli regarding the new signing. This is I did not hear, so this is the first time I see this. When and if, guys, if he arrives, I will try to understand which player he is. If the club has intervened like this, it means that he is a young player with a great prospect, Pioli said. Does he not know already? Like, he kind of seems like he's talking as if he has no idea who this. Hasn't he not been taught? Does he not know what kind of player he is? Pioli also spoke to Milan TV about Fikayo Tomori, who's been out since sustaining a knee problem in the cup again. In the Mickey Mouse Cup game against Genoa. We will rest for a couple of days, then we will resume work, waiting to understand when we will play the derby. Tomori, it will be difficult to see him on the pitch in the derby. There you go. Let's hope they fix it during the break. Yeah, 100. We need to get a new stadium yesterday. Fucking sure. We need our own. The pitch yesterday was an abomination. Embarrassed as a Milan fan. Yes, this thing about sharing the stadium with Inter is so lame. It is so lame. Why are we sharing the stadium with Inter? Can these guys get their own fucking little stadium? Mamma mia, ragazzi. League One has better pitches than us. Yep. My garden looks better than that pitch. That pitch looked like a Sunday League pitch. Wow, this is what I want to see. All right, guys, let's check this out, guys. I want to see this shit with all of you because I haven't seen this yet, and I need to see this. We need to check the stats of Milan Juve. We got to check the stats. I haven't seen the stats yet. Amazing. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, let's share this. Here we go. Stats for Milan Juve. Let's see what they say. Shots 14 shots for Milan, 8 shots for Juve. This one here is incredible. 0 shots on target for Juventus, 4 shots on target for Milan. 0 shots on target. 0 shots on target, guys. Against Dybala, against Morata, against Quadrado, against Bernardeschi, against McKennie, and all those guys. This is something that we should be happy about. This is something that we should be happy. This is a very positive thing. The team is super healthy right now. It's being masked by the whole Spezia thing, and it's being masked by how fucking awful that pitch was. And the Milan fans are going after Brahim Diaz. They're going after all this crap. But right now, the truth is, Milan is a kick-ass football club right now. Kick-ass football club. 46 possession, 54 for Juve. Juve did have good possession, I gotta say. Milan mitigated that, but when Milan had the ball, Milan looked good. They look good. You see, they created 14. Remember what we said. Juve is all about trying to mitigate the shots, but we kind of did that. 81% accuracy, so more accuracy. Juve 529 passes, Milan 450. Fouls 16, more fouls from Juve. 2 yellow cards each. 2 offsides for Milan, 4 corners for Milan. Milan just pushing more. So good stats, guys. Good stats. At least we won on points. We won on points, but we didn't win the game. Okay? We won on points, but we didn't win the game. We won kind of like how Mayweather wins his boxing matches, except there's a winner. In football, you got to score. There's no way around it. Okay. So let's go to other articles. We have a lot today, guys. We have a lot of articles we need to cover, and time is flying. Time is flying. We need to get to these. Let's go to the Mercato. Let's see if there's Mercato. Anything new from the Mercato? Opinion piece by Oliver Fisher regarding the squad. AC Milan do not have a squad to challenge for the title currently, nor do they have the economic powerhouse. So let's see. We're gonna read that. Okay. Wow. All right. Let's look at this. Guys, new AC Milan player coming in tomorrow. I think I read that tomorrow is the D-Day, the day that he joins us. In Lazetic, we trust. My Balkan Warrior, there was the interest of big clubs for Lazetic. Allegri was having a perfect smile at the end of the game. Shows how much it means to them. Oh yeah, for Allegri said that for them that match was glass half full, glass full. He pretty much said they were very happy. Juventus was very happy. Roy, don't you think we need a good striker next season more than any other position, as we can't keep on renewing Zlatan? I think so. I think that we do need to get a striker that is in his mid-20s. Mid-20s, between 25 and 30, between 25 and 31, 32. We need to get that kind of striker. Because right now we can't go on with 2 strikers that are going towards the end of their career. This could be, um, what's his name? Zlatan's last year. Giroud, guys, I mean, Giroud, we know he can score goals, but when it comes to playing football, is hit and miss. We saw it yesterday. It was definitely hit and miss. Vlahovic to Milan. I'm not sure if this happens. That'll be a great operation. I think Belotti is definitely much more realistic to where we are economically. Belotti would be a great solution, actually. Um, Maybe add another guy. Vlahovic to Milan. Laert is very optimistic about Vlahovic to Milan. Um, Me, on the other hand, I have not seen the reports that, let's say, Laert has seen, and I've not seen a lot of the stuff that a lot of people are saying that makes them confident that Vlahovic is going to Milan. I think that Milan right now is not in the position to outbid clubs when it comes to players of this value of Vlahovic, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, both Botman and Sanchez are, I think they're both expiring in June. So I think both those players, I might be wrong about this, guys. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Both those players would be coming in for free. So basically, we're just paying the agent and we're paying the salary. So we're not paying anything to the clubs. That is if that is the case, that means that we can get Botman Sanchez for free and have a lot of money left for maybe a Vlahovic. You could put those dots together. It is possible. But I think Vlahovic, since his contract does not expire until the next year, getting him on his last year or his penultimate year, you're going to have to go in a bidding war with some serious teams like Man City, like Juve, who has much more economic power than us. Bayern, Barcelona, Real Madrid, etc., etc. I'd rather sign Berardi. Oh yeah, 100%. That's a no-brainer for me. That's a no-brainer. Romagnoli makes 5 million each season. Yeah, I know. A lot, a lot, a lot. All this team needs is a striker that gets us 20, 25 goals a season and a cam as well. Diaz can be our starter. 20, 25 goals a season will be nice. I'm pretty sure Comiso hates us, but okay. Comiso. Roy, I want you to admit we won't win the Serie A. I want to hear you say we have 0% chance of winning anything this year and that we botched CF for no. No, I mean, why would I say that? No, the truth is we still have a very good chance of winning the Serie A. And this is another thing, and I'm not criticizing you, Mohammed. I'm really not. I swear I'm not. It just reminded me of something from my monologue earlier regarding the fans in Italy. The fans in Italy think that the season is over today. Guys, we have February coming up, in which we have a fairly, on paper, easy schedule. We have March coming up, which on paper, we have a fairly easy schedule. We have April coming up, which on paper, we have a fairly easy schedule. And then we have May, where things can get a little bit complicated in May. But from February to April, we have a chance of making a lot of points. A lot of points. And in this period, guys, you have Juve fighting in the Champions League and the Coppa Italia. You have Inter fighting in the Champions League and the Coppa Italia. You have Napoli fighting in the Europa League and the Coppa Italia. Is Atalanta fighting? No, they're not in Coppa Italia anymore, but they're in the Europa League. Atalanta fighting for Europa League and Coppa Italia, I think. Right now, Milan is fighting just for the Scudetto and the Mickey Mouse Cup, against Lazio, whatever. But right now, we can focus on the Scudetto in these next months. Look, this is my philosophy. We play to win the Scudetto, and in playing to win the Scudetto, we get to the 1st of May being at least 10 points in front of number 5. If we're 9 or 10 points in front of number 5, all we need to do is get a tie, and then that's it. Top 4, baby. Champions League again. Team goes up a level. Upper level achieved. And if we win the Scudetto by doing that, brah. I just want to remind everybody that on this channel, we were the first people that even before a ball was kicked, we said that Milan this season has a good chance of winning the Scudetto. Okay, Vlahovic contract expires in 2023. I'm not sure about that, Paul. I don't think so. I'm not sure it's 2023. If you can confirm that, that'll be great. But I don't think so. I'd rather sign Berard. Oh yeah, 2023. Correct. You're correct. You're right. My bad. You're correct. For some reason, I thought we were in 2023. We're in 2022, guys. Belotti is a way more doing financial move than Belotti. Yeah, Belotti, for where we are as a club, Belotti is a great opportunity. Because Belotti is just a nuclear bomb just waiting to explode, pretty much. That's all it is. He's been trapped in that shit club that have completely, destroyed his career, and now he's ready. The next club Belotti's going to go to, he's going to come out. You guys will see. Yes, but Roy, how about Venezia, who was supposed to be easy schedule as well? We lost 2-1, ref or not. These matches we find a way to throw to the club. You mean Spezia, not Venezia. Whatever. It happened, it happened. What are we going to do? It happened. It's behind us. Now we have challenges in front of us. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if Inter is going to lose points. We don't know what's going to happen. So we need to be positive, and we need to fight all the challenges that are in front of us without crying or reminiscing about the past. That we look ahead into the future like a bull running towards that red cloth. Belotti is a more sound, Red Star director has confirmed that they agreed on everything with AC Milan. Guys, I'm going to get to that. Right, we have already lost 4 times now, so we can't lose more than 3 games to win the Scudetto. Pretty hard. Let's see. Now Milan just have to agree with agent on terms. Hit the like button, guys. Hit that like button. Who is Lazetic? Nobody knows. But we are going to find out right now. Cairo hates Milan. We lost Scudetto against Spezia just like last season. It is what it is. All right, guys, let's read what this story is about. New player that is going to wear the beautiful colors of AC Milan. Red Star Belgrade director Zvezdan. Red Star Belgrade director Zvezdan Terzic has confirmed that striker Marko Lazetic is on his way to AC Milan. Holy shit. So this is pretty much official. Just a matter of minutes, of moments. Calciomercato reported that Pietro Pellegrini will move to Torino on loan from Monaco, and the operation is close to completion as the 21-year-old is looking for more playing time when he gets fit again. And he was very keen in linking up with Ivan Juric at Torino. Ivan Juric, his first coach in Serie A. Meanwhile, Milan have wasted no time in replacing him, as Stefano Pioli is preparing to welcome 18-year-old Marko Lazetic, who is arriving from Red Star for 4 million plus bonuses and a percentage on future resale. Did Milan beat everybody else to the punchline? Is Marko Lazetic that player that in 1 or 2 years Torino is going to get, and he scores 20 goals with Torino, and then the next year Juve wants him, Man City wants him, Bayern wants him? Did we beat everybody to the punchline with this player? Who knows? He's arriving from Red Star, 4 million plus bonuses and a percentage on future resale. Their director Terzic, hold on, let me pause this video. Their director Terzic was interviewed by Serbian source Telegraph about the rumors that Lazetic will be starting a new adventure in Italy with Milan, confirmed that a deal is imminent and talking very highly of the player. There has been the interest of big clubs for Lazetic. We have had offers from Zenit, Salzburg, Fiorentina. These are indications that pay off the enormous investments in our youth sector, which cost us 3 million euros a year. Wow, with one player, guys, with selling one player, they already paid for their whole what you call it, for their whole operation, I guess you want to call it. So Zenit, Salzburg, Fiorentina were after him, right? These are the kind of clubs that get these youngsters, and then all of a sudden they explode, and then Borussia Dortmund wants in, Bayern wants in, Milan wants in. So yeah, guys, maybe this is a great operation for the future. Let's see. These are indications of payoff enormous. Yeah, the transfer of Lazetic to Milan is an indication of the good work done. Yesterday we agreed everything with Milan. Now I expect Lazetic to negotiate his terms through his agent and sign the contract. For Red Star, it is a great recognition to have their own player at Milan after 30 years. Wow, guys, come on! Hey, in the chat, who was the other player that was at Milan from Red Star? Come on, guys. If you don't answer this in 5 seconds, that means you're ill prepared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Damn. Right at the end. Right at the end. Well done. Well done. Right in the end. Say you saved the reputation of Milan fans. You saved the reputation of Milan fans. Lazetic is only 18 and he barely plays for his current Red Star, usually a sub, pretty much a small gamble. Yeah, it is a small gamble, and I'm not expecting this player to get much playing time. I mean, I really don't. 30 years ago, I was not even born, Roy. Boban is Croatian. Shit, I actually don't know. All right. Calabria, Florencia, and Tonali have been called up for Italy's 3-day trial camp between January and June. Nice, guys. Good. We have players back in the national team system. So that is excellent. All right, guys. This player, I don't know what to expect from this player. I mean, we have Colombo, who is this player. We have Luca was a prospect. I guess we're not going for Luca. If we're going for this guy, so Luca is probably ending up in another squad. I'm not expecting to see much of this guy. I mean, 18 years old. If he plays a lot of minutes, it means he's incredible. But I'm not expecting much from seeing this operation. All right, guys, let's move on. Let's be honest. Not a very exciting operation. Okay, not very exciting. This is a background operation, patching up things in the background, patching up the bench, really. Nothing, patching up the deep bench. Nothing interesting, nothing of great excitement. Okay, guys, let's move on to a few more. Just a few more. Let's see if there's anything else here interesting. Okay, let's look at this one here. We have some more market ones. Botman, guys. Botman, the giant. AC Milan plan to make one final bid to land Sven Botman before the January transfer window closes, according to a report. A number of sources are reporting that Botman is Milan's number one target to come in and reinforce the defensive department during the January transfer window. But so far, there is nothing to suggest that they have got very far in talks over the Dutchman, with the League One champions putting up a firm wall. According to Il Giornale, Paolo Maldini and Enrique Massara know it will not be easy to close a deal for Botman in this mercato, but they will try until the end to sign him. In the coming days, the RossonARI will in fact make a new attempt to get the 21-year-old who have decided has all the prerequisites to come in and not only be a long-term part of the plans, but also to make a big impact immediately. This guy is Romagnoli's replacement. He is Romagnoli's replacement. We don't know much about this operation. We will see what happened. We will see what happened. He's a good player, Roy. Okay, I have not even seen. Isn't Stankovic the Red Star manager? He's an interesting. It means he's given us a shit player. All right. Stankovic has a salty history with the AC Milan. He's a good player. Okay, guys, I trust you. If he's a good player, I trust you. I honestly think that if this management got this management has shown us everything when it comes to youngsters. They know how to get the good youngsters. Savic scored in a Champions League final against Barca in the 90s. Yeah, he scored that incredible lob from the side of the pitch. Basically where, let's say, let's where you see Calabria when he hugs the sideline of the right side, next to the bench, just above the bench. That's where he scored a lob from. That goal was incredible. Okay, guys, the hour has passed, and we can't go longer than much more. Let's just finish this stream here, guys. Recap. Let's just do a quick recap on everything. Spezia Milan, no good, no good. Spezia Milan has dented Milan's journey. Very, 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 very bad. Very, very bad. Milan Juventus 0-0, not a bad result. On points, we won. Um, a lot of the fans are panicking in Italy, around the world, saying that our players aren't good enough. None of this is true. Our players are great. The club is super healthy. All of this has been masked by the Spezia debacle with the referee. And then tying 0-0 to Juventus is actually not a bad thing. Unfortunately, the pitch was a disaster, and that was terrible show for the Serie A. Lazetic, Pellegrini out. Let's see what happened to Pellegrini. It's out with the old and in with the new for AC Milan as we're preparing to bid farewell to Pietro Pellegrini and welcome his replacement from Serbia, a report claims. Pellegrini joined Milan on a loan with option to buy deal from Monaco during the summer transfer window, but due to a multitude of physical problems continuing a sad trend from recent seasons, he's not yet racked up 200 minutes. Wow. According to Calciomercato, the 21-year-old will now move to Torino on loan from Monaco, and the operation is on the home straight. Pellegrini is looking for more playing time when he does get fit again, and he was very keen in linking up with Ivan Juric. Milan tried in vain to reduce the $6 million option to buy on the Italy under-21, but Monaco decided to end Pellegrini's loan early and to hand him over to the Granata, who will also have an option to buy. I completely understand Monaco. They did the right thing. I would have done the same thing too. Meanwhile, Milan have wasted no time in replacing him as they got Marco Lazetic. Open live today? I don't think so. Maybe. We'll see. It depends on Laert. Because after this I am not available. Renato Sanchez, ho parlato con il mio agente, so quale club è interessato, ma per ora non posso rivelarlo. So di essere pronto a partire, se arriva una proposta vedrò cosa è meglio per me. So Renato Sanchez is saying, I spoke to my agent, I know which team is interested, but I can't tell you. I know I'm ready to leave if a good proposal comes, and I'll see what is best for me. So this is what Renato Sanchez is saying. Atalanta looking scary. Nah, they don't scare me, bro. They don't scare me. Winger George Jeremy Boga joins Atalanta from Sassuolo on a permanent move for 20 million fee. Guys, yes. As per tradition, we need to finish with Serie A news. Thank you for reminding me, Mr. Allen. Thank you for reminding me. Wow, guys, look at this. Teo Hernandez snubs PSG and Man City to stay at Milan. The details of his renewal. Teo Hernandez has decided to extend his contract with AC Milan beyond the current deadline, a report claims, snubbing the advances of two top clubs in the process. Teo joined from Real Madrid in the summer of 2019 after initially failing to establish himself ahead of Ricardo Rodriguez. He got the nod and has never looked back. He is now regarded as one of the best fullbacks in the league, if not in Europe, as his numbers, including 9 goal contributions in 19 games this season in the league, continue to impress. Guys, 9 goal contribution from a fullback is great numbers. A defender, a fullback. According to what is being reported by calciomercato.com, Teo will sign a contract until 2026, which will have an option to extend it for another season, therefore until 2027. He will sign for 4 million net per season plus bonuses, thus netting a nice pay rise on his previous salary. Longo adds that the former Real Madrid man never really looked into account the rumors about interest from PSG and Manchester City in recent months, and the fact he wore the armband recently was a sign of belonging to the club moving forward. Believe it or not, who knows? It could be another Walt Disney story. We all know that Walt Disney stories are not true. Teo Hernandez is close to signing a contract until 2026, plus one in option. The players never thought about the offers of PSG and Man City. Yes, I'm feeling the vibes that he's all in. He's all in for the kill, and he wants to continue with AC Milan. Hopefully, this kind of behavior inspires other people around him to do the same. I see that happening. All right. Let's see when that happens, though. Let's see when that happens. Oh, guys, let's talk about the penalty. I haven't discussed the penalty. So, what do you guys think? Was it a penalty? Should it have been a penalty? Romagnoli had some pretty interesting words to say about it. Here it is. So I guess is this a video? Watch Romagnoli unhappy Milan didn't get penalty versus Juve. The same as going in the derby. Oh yeah, it's true. It is true. There was an early half shot out for a penalty when Calabria latched onto a ball inside the Juve box and went down under a challenge from Alexandra, and he seemed to have a real shout for a spot kick, but it wasn't given, and VAR was not consulted either. Romagnoli was approached by DAZN journalists at halftime, but before the interview, he clearly asked, "Was it a penalty?" referring to the shot from Calabria. Somebody there answered his question to which replied, "Same as the one in the derby." Ovviamente contro i maestri dell'inganno era prevedibile dopo 3 minuti Calabria viene steso in aria, stesso identico fallo del rigore dato per il presunto fallo sul turco nel derby. Nell'arbitro nel VAR questa volta hanno qualcosa da dire. Altro furto in archivio. So another potential mistake by the referees that have dented Milan's progression towards the top. Is that the case this time, guys? Do you think so? Was this supposed to be a penalty? In real time, I thought if there was a good case to go to the VAR and check. I'm pretty I'm pretty shocked that the VAR wasn't even consulted. But the foul was given directly to Romagno to Calabria, I believe. Okay, so he was just asking if it was a penalty. Yeah, what do you guys think? Was it a penalty? Let me know, guys. Roy, why is your note called up for the national team training camp? I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually. I'm very not sure about it. Guys, let me know if you think this was supposed to be a penalty. If not, whatever. And if it's not important, it doesn't matter. Let's finish with some Serie A news and let's see what's going on in the Serie A. Today we're quite informed, guys. We are quite informed. We know everything that is going on in the AC Milan stratosphere. Okay, we can keep pace with Inter by winning the derby. So Pioli saying he wants to win the derby. Red Star Direct confirms Milan have agreed with Lazetic. All right, a lot of these are sempre Milan. European football. Tottenham reach agreement to sign Milan midfielder immediately. Let's open that one. Atalanta signed Boga from Sassuolo. Big signing from Atalanta. Good for them. Tagliafico only interested in Barcelona. Chelsea to make final push for Emerson. Lionel Messi's PSG struggles outlined as theory of for poor form emerges. Okay. Bonucci feels Premier League has higher rhythms than Serie A. Let's look at that one. That's always interesting. Luis Suarez advises former teammate Steven Gerrard to sign Juventus star. Who could he be talking about? Napoli close to Matias Oliveira as Tagliafico pushes for Barcelona. Juventus, Vlahovic to Juve means Dybala will leave. Let's go to Serie A. Latest news. Five questions for Lautaro Martinez. Anything interesting? Lazio trio Immobile, Zaccagni, and Luis Felipe receive Azzurri call-up. Luis Felipe also. Wow. Milan lacking the economic resources for a Scudetto win. We didn't read that one. We're supposed to read that one. Okay, so let's see what Bonucci is saying regarding Premier League. I'll try to get straight to the... Let's see. Let's see what Bonucci says. Leonardo Bonucci highlighted the Premier League's higher tempo after Juventus' recent 4-0 loss to Chelsea. The Bianconeri finished top of their Champions League group ahead of the Blues, but they suffered a painful 4-0 thrashing when they visited Stamford Bridge in November. The Italian defender also recalled taking penalties in Euro 2020 and how he upset the English press. Speaking of well-known singer Fedez, podcast Muschio Selvaggio. Okay, so Fedez is a singer. He has a podcast. So Bonucci was on the podcast. Okay. Bonucci first compared Serie A and the Premier League. We played a few weeks ago in London against Chelsea where we lost 4-0. They have higher rhythms. You play a more physical football. You have to adapt. You have to adapt immediately when you move from the league to the Champions League, where you meet teams with different rhythms. Hey guys, what the fuck? What are you doing in Italy? Get your rhythms together. He looked back at his penalties in the shootout against Spain and England at Euro 2020 last summer. I took penalties against both Spain and England, and I didn't see anything of what was going on around me. Damn, what a fucking summer he had, huh? Finally, Bonucci spoke about the English press fury following his celebrations at Wembley after Italy beating England on penalties. He was heard shouting, "You have some pasta to eat. Eat more pasta," an Italian expression that essentially means gaining more experience in the context of sports. He also loudly sung "It's Come in Rome" on the pitch and in the dressing room. I don't know what they said. Many Italians have written to us and thanked us for making them live a dream. We're the first to live it. All right, whatever. Yeah, this thing about other club, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, guys. Milan, when Milan traditionally, when Milan is in top shape, when they move from Serie A to the Champions League, it's the other teams that are trying to adapt to Milan. This is Milan, guys. Like rhythm is BS. Milan, you're not supposed to be affected by the rhythm of the EPL rhythm of this. You're supposed to not be, this should not be a factor. It's never been a factor for AC Milan. It's never been a factor for AC Milan. Why the fuck would it be a factor for Juve? I hate Bonucci, but he's a legend for that celebration against England. Bentancur to Gerrard, Aston Villa rumor. Oh, Bentancur. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because he's Uruguayan. I don't know why again and again referees edition go. It's crazy. That needs to change. Not really, as even Juventus would have asked for a penalty. Did you guys see Balotelli was invited to the national team? Yeah, that's good. Good for him. Right now, Mancini needs to pull a rabbit off out of his hat, because it is most likely, guys. I'm going to say it here. I'm going to say it today. It is most likely that Italy will not be participating in the next World Cup. In other news, Ranieri has been sacked once again, maintaining his long tradition of not keeping his job for more than a few moments. Dusan Vlahovic was left out of Fiorentina matchday squad on Sunday. Simone Inzaghi has tested positive for COVID-19. 2 weeks to go. Never mind. 2 weeks ago. All right. Let's see what this. So, football 365. Tottenham have reached an agreement with AC Milan to bring Frank Kessie to North London in January, but there could be a holdup according to reports. Okay, we know that. We read it. Luis Alberto denies reports on January departure from Lazio. People are saying we need another attacking midfielder. Brahim Diaz is not it. Luis Alberto is a potential replacement or a potential competitor in that position. Anything else? Anything else? I don't see anything interesting here, guys. Inter seriously considering reintegrating Salcedo into squad. Inter to launch 415 million bond to ease financial concerns. So let's definitely look at that, what that is all about. AC Milan coach Stefano Pioli, we can keep pace with Inter by winning the derby. We know, we read that earlier. Pioli insists Milan do not lack courage, but failed to make the right choices at the right time. Experience. That's what we said. That's why this year, guys, we cannot be obligated to win the Scudetto. But with the experience we have gained last year, with the experience we're going to gain this year, and when the next year, with a few more additions here and there, we will have the experience to win the Scudetto. AC Milan striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic likely to be fit for Serie A clash with Inter. I'd have preferred to win. Chiellini was very positive about their performance yesterday, even though they didn't even take one shot on goal. In other news, to be honest, we played well against Liverpool, both legs, for a team that is participating for the first time. Juve sucks. Tottenham are considering options to replace Tanguy Ndombele if he joins PSG on loan. Fiorentina midfielder Safoyan Amrabat is one of the players in the list. All right, guys. Guys, thank you for joining me today. TV went out. Thank you for joining me today. It was a pleasure to be here with all of you. Forza Milan, as always. We covered most of the news of today, all the interesting things. Join us tomorrow for another edition of Milan Daily. Maybe we're going to have an open live later. We'll see. Not so sure about that. But other than that, guys, Forza Milan. We have 2 weeks of nothing happening, no games. So we have to occupy ourselves with something. We will see you next time. We will see you tomorrow. As always, Forza Milan, arrivederci, and ciao.